From June 18, 2025, the celestial vault forms a unique configuration that directly influences the financial destiny of Scorpios. Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, plays a key role here. Its transit through one of the most favorable houses of your horoscope opens doors to new opportunities. In particular, pay attention to the interaction of Mars and Pluto. This aspect endows you with inexhaustible energy and the ability to achieve your goals. However, it is important not to succumb to impulsiveness. Direct this power to carefully thought-out projects that require decisive action and strategic planning. The current planetary situation favors expanding horizons, especially in areas where you can demonstrate your intuition and ability to see hidden opportunities. This is a time when you can boldly take on new endeavors, look for unconventional approaches to earning money, and not be afraid to propose bold ideas. Remember that success comes to those who are willing to take risks, but do so consciously and with a cool head. Use your insight and analytical skills to assess the potential of each opportunity and make an informed decision. However, we must not forget about other aspects that also affect your financial situation. One of them, in particular, requires special attention and careful analysis to achieve maximum success. Now let's delve into the influence of Jupiter, this benefactor planet, on your financial success, dear Scorpios, starting June 18, 2025. Jupiter, as you know, symbolizes expansion, growth, and luck. In your case, its favorable location opens doors to new opportunities in business, investment, and the search for additional sources of income. During this period, Jupiter will be especially favorable to your ability to see potential where others do not notice it. This is your unique gift, Scorpios, to penetrate the essence of things, analyze hidden motives, and find opportunities for enrichment that lie on the surface but remain invisible to most. How can you use this influence in practice? First of all, be open to new ideas and suggestions. Do not discard them immediately, even if they seem unconventional or risky at first glance. Carefully study each opportunity, conduct a thorough analysis, and assess the potential benefit. For those of you who are in business, this is a great time to expand. Consider entering new markets, launching new products or services, or acquiring new assets. Do not be afraid to invest in the development of your business, because Jupiter will contribute to its growth and prosperity. If you are looking for new sources of income, now is the time to take the initiative. Think about what skills and knowledge you can monetize. Perhaps you have a hobby that can be turned into a profitable business, or you have unique experience that you can share with others for a fee. Investments are another area in which Jupiter will favor you. However, do not blindly trust your intuition. Conduct a thorough market analysis, study company reports, and consult with financial experts. Remember that success in investing requires not only luck but also knowledge and experience. It is important to note that Jupiter's influence does not mean that money will fall from the sky. This only creates favorable conditions for your success. You will still have to make efforts, work hard, and make informed decisions. But with Jupiter's support, your efforts will be rewarded handsomely. Use your intuition, your analytical mind, and your passion for success to make the most of the opportunities that will open up before you. Do not be afraid to take risks, but do so consciously, assessing potential benefits and risks. You, Scorpios, have a unique ability to transform losses into profits, find a way out of the most difficult situations, and turn disadvantages into advantages. This is your main trump card, and Jupiter will help you use it to the fullest. But that's not all, because not only Jupiter affects your financial situation during this period. There is another aspect that deserves close attention, and it is associated with the planet that endows you with energy and strength. Scorpios, let's take a closer look at another powerful factor shaping your financial success, starting June 18, 2025, the aspect between Mars and Pluto. This is a truly explosive combination that unleashes the colossal internal energy inherent in your sign. Mars, the planet of action and initiative, combined with the transformative power of Pluto, your ruler, creates a unique opportunity to achieve ambitious financial goals. But here lies a certain challenge. this energy is so powerful that it requires conscious management and strategic direction. How can you use this aspect most effectively? First of all, realize your inner strength. Scorpios are naturally endowed with incredible endurance and the ability to overcome any obstacles. Now is the time to direct this energy to transform potential losses into tangible profits. Remember the projects that seemed complex or even impossible. Now you have all the resources to review them and find new, innovative approaches. However, do not forget about the risks. Mars and Pluto are not only strength but also potential danger if you act impulsively and rashly. Therefore, it is crucial to carefully analyze each situation, assess all possible consequences, and develop a clear plan of action. Intuition, with which nature has generously endowed you, will be your reliable compass, but do not rely only on it. Support your premonitions with facts and calculations. Risk management is a key element of your financial success during this period. Do not be afraid to take risks, but do so consciously, with a full understanding of the possible consequences. Diversify your investments, do not put all your eggs in one basket. And remember that failure is not the end of the road, but a valuable lesson that will help you become stronger and wiser. Transform your mistakes into experience that will lead you to new victories. Use your natural insight to identify hidden opportunities and find unconventional solutions. Do not be afraid to go against the current if you feel that it will lead you to success. Your ability to see what others do not see will become your main advantage. Now is the time for bold steps and decisive actions. Believe in yourself, trust your intuition, and use all the power of your inner energy to achieve financial prosperity. But remember that to achieve harmony and success, it is important to consider other factors that affect your financial sphere. For example, how does your emotional state affect your financial decisions? Greetings, dear Scorpios. A professional astrologer is on the line, and we continue our detailed analysis of the money horoscope for you, starting June 18, 2025. Today we will focus on the influence of the Sun in Cancer, which has a special impact on your financial intuition. Cancer, as you know, is associated with emotions, home, and family. During this period, you may feel an increased connection between your emotional state and financial decisions. This is a time when your emotional intelligence becomes a powerful tool in making profitable decisions. Listen to your inner feelings, especially when it comes to new projects or investments. Your intuition will be sharpened, which will allow you to see opportunities where others do not notice them. However, it is important to remember the balance. Do not let emotions completely overshadow reason. Analyze information, but do not ignore your premonitions. Creating a comfortable financial environment also plays a key role during this period. Pay attention to arranging your workspace, make it more comfortable and inspiring. This can positively affect your productivity and, as a result, your income. Also, think about how you can improve the financial atmosphere in your family. Perhaps it is worth discussing common financial goals and developing a joint plan. The influence of the Sun in Cancer is a great opportunity for Scorpios to strengthen their financial base, relying on inner wisdom and creating a harmonious environment around themselves. But that's not all, because there is another important celestial aspect that deserves close attention, and it will also play its role in shaping your financial success. Now let's turn our attention to another, no less important aspect that will shape your financial landscape from June 18, 2025. We will talk about the influence of Venus, which is in Virgo during this period. This position of the celestial body has a significant impact on your financial strategy, dear Scorpios. Venus in Virgo is about accuracy, attention to detail, and a rational approach. Forget about impulsive decisions and risky adventures, which may have yielded results earlier thanks to the support of Jupiter and the energy of Mars. Now, meticulous analysis, careful planning, and a conservative approach to investment come to the fore. This period is ideal for optimizing your budget. Review your expenses, identify inefficient items, and find ways to reduce them. Venus in Virgo gives you the ability to see opportunities for savings where you did not notice them before. Pay attention to detail, it is they that can play a decisive role in improving your financial situation. As for investments, here, too, it is necessary to exercise caution and selectivity. Do not invest in projects that seem too attractive or promise quick profits. Give preference to reliable and proven options that meet your long-term financial goals. Conduct a thorough risk analysis and do not make decisions based only on intuition, no matter how well it works under the influence of the Sun in Cancer. Remember that Venus in Virgo values order and consistency. Develop a clear financial plan and stick to it. Regularly track your income and expenses, analyze the results, and make necessary adjustments. This approach will allow you not only to avoid financial problems but also to gradually increase your wealth. So, the emphasis on detail, planning, and risk analysis are the key points to consider during the period of Venus in Virgo. Remember this, and you will be able to successfully manage your finances and achieve your goals. However, this is not the only factor that will affect your financial success. There is another planet whose position during this period deserves special attention, because the profitability of your business contacts directly depends on the ability to use its energy. Greetings, dear Scorpios. Today we continue our astrological analysis of the money horoscope for the period from June 18, 2025, and now I want to draw your attention to one of the most important factors for success, the influence of Mercury in Gemini. Mercury, the planet of communication, intelligence, and information, in the air sign of Gemini endows you, Scorpios, with incredible mental flexibility and the ability to quickly adapt to changing circumstances. This is a time when your communication skills reach their peak, and new opportunities open up for you to conclude profitable deals, find reliable partners, and obtain valuable information that can significantly affect your financial situation. Use this period for active communication. Do not hesitate to attend conferences, seminars, business meetings, and other events where you can meet potential investors, clients, or partners. Your ability to persuade and convey your ideas to others will be at its best. Pay special attention to negotiations. Mercury in Gemini gives you the gift of persuasion and the ability to find compromises that are beneficial to both parties. Prepare thoroughly for each meeting, gather information about your opponents, and develop a strategy that takes into account their interests. Be prepared for unexpected turns and improvise if necessary. Do not forget about the power of social networks and online communications. Create a professional image on the internet, participate in thematic groups and forums, share your knowledge and experience. This will help you expand your circle of acquaintances and attract new clients. Remember that successful communication is not only the ability to speak but also the ability to listen. Be attentive to the needs and requests of your interlocutors, ask questions, and show genuine interest in their opinion. This will help you establish trusting relationships and achieve the desired results. Given that we previously talked about the importance of intuition, enhanced by the Sun in Cancer, and the need for a rational approach under the influence of Venus in Virgo, it is now especially important to find a balance between these two aspects in the communication process. Trust your inner feelings, but do not forget to analyze information and verify facts. During this period, when Jupiter opens up new horizons for your business, and Mars and Pluto endow you with energy to achieve your goals, the ability to communicate effectively will become your powerful weapon. Use it wisely and purposefully, and you will see how your financial opportunities begin to grow rapidly. However, not all financial opportunities come through communication and active action. There are other, less obvious, paths to financial success that also deserve our attention. Scorpios, pay special attention to the period from June 18, 2025. In addition to favorable trends in business and investment, the celestial bodies can present you with surprises in the form of unexpected financial receipts. Astrological factors indicate an increased probability of winning the lottery or receiving an inheritance. The location of the planets creates a unique configuration that can activate your sector of luck and unexpected income. If fortune smiles on you during this period, it is extremely important to properly manage the suddenly acquired wealth. The euphoria of easy money can play a cruel joke, so approach financial management with a cool head. First of all, direct part of the funds to charity. Helping those in need will not only bring you moral satisfaction but also create a positive karmic connection, attracting even more luck in the future. Reasonably invest the remaining amount. Do not succumb to the temptation to spend everything on momentary pleasures. Develop a long-term financial plan that will allow you to increase capital and ensure a stable future. Consider investing in real estate, securities, or your own business. Remember that wealth is not only an opportunity to enjoy life but also a responsibility for its preservation and increase. It is especially important during this period to exercise caution and not trust dubious proposals. Scammers may try to take advantage of your sudden luck. Carefully check any information and consult with professional financial advisors before making any decisions. The influence of the planets in this period extends far beyond just unexpected profits. There are other areas of life where Scorpios can achieve significant success, and some of them are closely related to professional activities. Hello, dear Scorpios. Now we move on to considering the astrological aspects that, starting from June 18, 2025, will contribute to your career growth and strengthening of your financial situation. This period will be a time of active action for you, aimed at achieving professional heights. The influence of the planets during this period will push you to show your best leadership qualities. Scorpios, like no one else, know how to take responsibility and lead people. Now is the time to demonstrate these abilities to the fullest. Do not be afraid to take the initiative, propose new ideas and projects. Your confidence and determination will be noticed by management and colleagues, which will open up new perspectives for you. An important aspect during this period is the ability to properly present your achievements. Do not be modest and do not remain silent about your successes. Talk about your results, share your experience and knowledge. Participate in professional conferences, seminars, and other events where you can demonstrate your professionalism and expand your circle of business contacts. Remember that well-presented work is half the battle. Strengthening your position at work is another important task that you have to solve during this period. Be attentive to your responsibilities, perform them efficiently and on time. Try to be helpful to your colleagues, help them solve complex problems. Create an atmosphere of cooperation and mutual understanding around yourself. Your reputation as a reliable and competent employee will work for you. Earlier, we said that intuition and analytical skills will be your main helpers in making financial decisions. The same applies to your career. Trust your intuition when choosing new projects and areas of activity. Analyze the situation on the labor market, study new trends and technologies. Be aware of the latest events in your industry. This period is also favorable for preparing for a promotion. If you have long dreamed of a new position, now is the time to start acting. Study the requirements for this position, assess your strengths and weaknesses. Develop a development plan that will help you acquire the necessary skills and knowledge. Attend training courses and professional development courses. Take the initiative and show management your interest in career growth. The energy of the planets will contribute to your dedication and perseverance. Do not retreat in the face of difficulties, believe in your strength, and go to your goal. Remember that success comes to those who are willing to work and develop. And remember that the key to success is not only hard work but also a competent strategy. However, in addition to general trends, it is important to take into account the individual characteristics of your horoscope. After all, each Scorpio has their own strengths and weaknesses, their own talents and opportunities. How can you most effectively use this favorable period, taking into account your personal astrological data? So, Scorpios, let's get down to specifics. How can you, relying on such favorable astrological trends, develop a step-by-step action plan to achieve financial prosperity, starting from June 18, 2025? The first and most important thing is to clearly define your financial goals. Not just, I want more money, but specific amounts, deadlines, and directions. What do you want to achieve? Pay off the mortgage, create a passive income, invest in a specific project. Break down the big goal into small, achievable steps. Next, analyze your current financial resources and opportunities. Draw up a detailed budget, identify weaknesses and areas for growth. Where can you cut expenses, and where can you increase income? Remember Jupiter, who is favorable to new beginnings. This is a great time to look for additional sources of income. Consider the possibilities of freelancing, part-time work, monetizing hobbies, or investing in new projects. As for investments, here you, like no one else, need to show your natural insight and analytical skills. Do not succumb to impulsive decisions, carefully study each project, assess the risks and potential profits. Diversification is your best friend during this period. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Divide your investments between different assets to minimize risks. Do not forget about strategic planning. Develop a financial strategy for 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. Think about how you will respond to possible changes in the economic situation. Remember the influence of Mars and Pluto. Your energy and dedication are now at their peak, but it is important to direct them in a constructive direction. Do not let emotions take over reason. And finally, take into account the individual characteristics of your horoscope. Consult a professional astrologer for a more detailed analysis of your natal chart and transits. This will help you identify your strengths and weaknesses in the financial sphere and develop an individual action plan. Remember that astrology is not a prediction of fate but a tool that helps you better understand yourself and your opportunities. This strategy will allow you to most effectively use favorable astrological influences and achieve significant financial success. However, there is another important aspect to consider in order to fully unlock your potential. Scorpios, let's look at your strengths, which will become your faithful allies on the path to financial success, starting from June 18, 2025. Your intuition is a powerful compass, pointing to hidden opportunities that others may simply not notice. Do not ignore the inner voice, especially when it comes to finances. The dedication inherent in your sign will allow you not to stray from the intended path, even when circumstances seem difficult. Remember that perseverance and persistence are the key to overcoming any financial difficulties. Your ability to see opportunities where others see only problems is a valuable gift. Use it to find new sources of income, develop innovative business ideas, and conclude profitable deals. Now is the time to actively develop your skills and knowledge. Invest in education, attend seminars and conferences, read specialized literature. The more you know, the better you will be able to navigate the world of finance and make informed decisions. Do not be afraid to expand your horizons and master new professions. Perhaps now is the time to think about getting additional education or improving your skills. This will not only increase your value on the labor market but also open up new prospects for financial growth. Remember that financial success is not only luck but also the result of painstaking work on yourself. Develop your strengths, learn new things, and do not be afraid to take risks, but do so consciously and deliberately. However, as in any journey, obstacles may be encountered on the path to financial prosperity. It is important to be prepared for them and know how to overcome them. What pitfalls may befall Scorpios in this promising period? Scorpios, let's now take a close look at the potential financial risks that may lie in wait for you in the period from June 18, 2025. Despite the favorable location of the planets, it is important to remain vigilant and not lose your head from the opening prospects. During this period, it is especially important to avoid the temptation of quick and easy money. Beware of fraudulent schemes disguised as profitable investments. Remember that excessive trust can lead to serious financial losses. Carefully check information before making any decisions regarding your finances. Ill-considered investments are another trap that is easy to fall into under the influence of euphoria from potential profits. Do not invest all your funds in one project, no matter how promising it may seem. Diversification is your best friend during this period. Distribute your investments between different assets to reduce risks. Financial adventures promising instant enrichment should arouse your suspicions. Remember the old truth, there is no free cheese in a mousetrap. Do not succumb to the persuasion of dubious individuals and do not invest money in projects whose essence you do not fully understand. I strongly recommend that you do not neglect consultations with professionals. Consult a financial advisor, lawyer, or accountant before making any important financial decisions. Expert opinion will help you avoid mistakes and save your savings. And remember that intuition is your faithful ally, but trust, but verify. The combination of intuition and professional analysis is the key to your financial security. And what about more distant prospects? What are your opportunities in the long term? So, Scorpios, we have considered the immediate prospects, but let's rise above the horizon and look at your long-term financial opportunities. After all, true prosperity is not only the ability to seize the moment but also the ability to create a solid foundation for the future. In the long term, strategic planning becomes especially important for you, Scorpios. Imagine that each of your financial steps is a brick in the building of your future well-being. The stability of the entire structure depends on how firmly and competently you lay them. Think about creating a financial safety net. This reserve will allow you to feel confident in any situation, whether it's unexpected expenses or temporary difficulties. Consider it as an untouchable reserve that will give you freedom to maneuver and the ability to make informed decisions without panicking. Investing in education and development is another key aspect of long-term financial success. The world is constantly changing, and to stay ahead, you need to constantly improve your skills and knowledge. This could be continuing education courses, learning new technologies, or even getting additional education. Remember that investing in yourself is the most profitable investment. The importance of long-term financial planning cannot be overstated. It is a compass that points you in the right direction and helps you stay on track to your financial goals. Define your priorities, create a detailed plan, and review it regularly, adapting to changing circumstances. Don't be afraid to seek advice from professional financial advisors. They will help you develop an optimal strategy that takes into account your individual needs and capabilities. Remember that financial success is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes patience, discipline, and consistency. But if you follow these principles, you will definitely achieve your goals and create a solid and prosperous future for yourself and your loved ones. But what about those situations when external circumstances challenge your financial well-being? What strategies will help Scorpios preserve and increase their assets in times of instability?